Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Today, I kind of wanted to address a little bit of, I feel like, a good topic between the dynamic of family and the importance of family, but also the importance of yourself. And so, trying to decipher where is the line between that, trying to feel like you have the choice in your life and not feeding too much into someone else's life, even if that means family, is a good conversation to be had, I feel like. If family teaches us loyalty, sacrifice, and putting others before yourself, right? Like you want to be able to always understand that these people were there during your birth, during your different experiences in life, and no matter what, they didn't choose you, right? So it was a forced interaction, and they still bonded with you. Of course, there's so many other cases that I can talk about, but I'm just talking about the general case where you have your family together, kind of thing, and the importance of being there for them as well, no matter how bad, no matter how many things they might have said in the past to you. I feel like trying to establish a good connection with your family and being there, being like, hey, even though you did me wrong, even though you said all these things, I'm still your brother. I'm still your like whatever the case may be, and I'm still there for you, and I want you to let you know that I'm there for you, and we can figure this out and try to fix things, right? But the problem I kind of wanted to talk about is that when you start to put your own well-being for others, and this can mean family too, is that you start sacrificing that potential energy that you could be putting towards other things to those family members that may not want to help themselves as well, right? And so choosing your family over yourself kind of has that guilt feeling, right? Because you start to feel like you're breaking the rules of family. You don't get to choose your family. You should always support them. You should always. But the problem is, if a person, despite being your family, no matter what, if a person doesn't want help, you can't force them to get help. It's just that's how it is, right? You can't drag them always, because then that's only going to reassure them that they can do that, right? Some people only change when they're forced into an environment. Sadly, that's just the case. And this comes with family people as well. So I feel like it's a valid conversation to be had, and I'm going to talk more about it, but it's upsetting. Like, first of all, it's just sometimes it is upsetting, right? Like you want to be able to be like, hey, I want to rely on someone too, right? And sometimes even it doesn't go on order of like oldest must be most responsible, middle child is like this, and younger must be taken care of the most because they're younger. It's not the case sometimes. I'm, for example, the middle child, and I've taken a lot of responsibility. I would say I would definitely put myself responsibilities that can say that it's different, right? It's not always the case with every sort of family, and it's just tough because I feel like you can't. It starts to blur in between the lines of, is this love? Is this dependence? Is this, do I actually have control? Should I have control over my, emotions towards this? Should I feel obligated to just keep helping this person, kind of thing, right? And it gets really unhealthy. You're protecting your mental health. Like, let's be real. You are doing something great for yourself. When you understand the difficulty, you understand that you've been trying to help them, right? And they don't want the help. Now this is a case of you're forcing them to help themselves. They're not getting the help. So you need to be able to step away. You can't be forcing yourself and feeling bad because you've done all the work. You've done every single step of, the procedure of helping another person and being there and knowing that you can help. And it's not working. So what do? In my personal experience, in my personal opinion, you should be able to always lend out a hand occasionally, but not at the expense of your mental health. You need to be able to prioritize yourself, focus on your own mission, your own goals, and realize that, it's just a way of life sometimes. You need to be able to roll with your life and, continue on your journey, because this is going to be your life, and you can't let that person just rely on you all the time. And that's where guilt creeps in the most. That's where guilt is going to be like, hey, you aren't being there for, you're breaking the cycle of this toxic environment, and that's where guilt will be at the highest. But I'm telling you, it's the most healthiest thing I've done, and it's the most healthiest thing that you should incorporate, because now you're understanding the dynamic of what was going on. They're not doing anything. You're not getting any of the support you wanted. It's not like a 50-50. You've been there 70-30 for a long period of time now, and you're not getting the same help back, and it's not fair. It's not fair. So you need to be able to be fair to yourself now. It's sad. As sad as it is, you need to create the fairness in your environment. And you can still love I will always be able to love my family, and you will too. But loving family doesn't mean losing yourself. Loving family doesn't mean breaking down and sobbing and having a panic attack just to be there for a person and be this idol that, they can rely on and all these things. It's not the case, because now your bucket's empty. You can't be dipping you don't have any more water to spare. You're going through a drought, man. You're not there for yourself, and you can't give anymore. You need to be there for yourself and recharge a little bit. At the end of the day, guilt fades. It's a temporary feeling. It's not long lasting. It doesn't, it will creep up on you sometimes, but responsibility over yourself and losing yourself is permanent. Losing that version of yourself that you could have had by focusing on other things and being there for yourself, or not focusing on your finances, whatever the case may be, or education, whatever. But you are losing yourself in exchange for helping someone that doesn't want help. I don't think that's the right thing. And I kind of wanted to just have this conversation too, because of course maybe I have the wrong idea, but I wanted to just share my experience and my, obviously I'm kind of going a little bit to the extremes of both sides, and it's not exactly what I believe in. It's not 100% what I believe in, but it depends on the context. It depends on so many different circumstances. But I do believe that if you deem it as a toxic environment where you feel like you trying to help, you've done everything you can, and you're not receiving the same energy back, and you're not seeing any progress, I believe you should take that break for yourself and always lend out that hand. But don't be reliant. Don't have it so they rely on you, kind of thing, because it only enforces it, and it ruins relationships. It ruins progress, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean that's all. Like I appreciate every like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps out the channel, and I see the progress, and I love the positive mental health where you can just kind of be yourself in this channel. I like reading the comments. I like giving my feedback, giving my sense of experience, and having a conversation, because I feel like mental health it's hard to kind of get a one thing scenario for like an ingredient. It's not an ingredient where you can just create this potion and be like, yep, this is for me, like, and this will fix my situation. Having a conversation, being open to differences, being open to different perspectives, I think is a great thing for mental health. And yeah, it's positive. And so I'm glad that you're helping me achieve this. Much love as always, and I'll see you in the next one.